Hello and welcome everyone to the Wednesday, October 1st edition of the SIG ContribEx meeting. Happy October. As a reminder, this meeting operates under a code of conduct, which essentially says to be respectful of your fellow speakers and attendees and generally be excellent to each other. At the beginning of the meeting here, we like to offer an opportunity for folks on the call to introduce themselves. If you would like to, totally optional. I use it as an excuse to explain what the meeting is, so I will do that. We don't have many folks on today, so think about if you want to introduce yourselves. But hello, I'm Caslin Fields, and I'm a co-chair of SIG ContribEx, which is the special interest group for contributor experience. The purpose of this meeting is to go over the various sub-projects within the special interest group, which are related to contributor experience. So various aspects of how contributors in the open source Kubernetes community do their jobs. In so much as they are jobs. A lot of people, it's volunteer work, so not jobs, but how they do their volunteer work or contributions anyway. Anyone else want to introduce themselves? I'll actually rename myself so that my name is here. Cool. We got very few folks on today, so maybe we'll do some quick updates. So first off, events. Anything you want to go over with Maintainer Summit, Mario? Any help you need? Or?
I reached out to steering for the contributor hour, Kubernetes contributor hour, AMA thing. I have already 4 people volunteering for the AMA.
Oh, we're doing like an AMA during the Project Pavilion takeover?
Yes.
Okay.
So we have the stage there, which is nice. I think this is helpful because this could attract new contributors, maintainers, people who want to help answering some questions. So we are good there. Maintainer Summit itself is pretty much planned out. Thanks to Kat's company, we will have an evening event with a dedicated space, which is nice. And it's CFP for Maintainer Summit Europe is gonna drop something mid-October.
Okay. I was wondering when the maintainer track CFP would drop. I don't know if you know that one, but I would imagine it's similar.
Usually it's after the original track is closing.
Which closes on October 12th. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh. I
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
I need to
They're
hand
doing
in
that
my
one
proposal.
real early.
Yeah, I need to hand in my proposal.
Mm-hmm. Opening mid-October. So yeah, quite possibly all of the maintainer track stuff will open also mid-October after the main KubeCon EU CFP closes October 12th. You're welcome.
Just like living a chronic nightmare of being infinitely behind on that and every year. And I don't think I'll ever feel okay about it. And maybe I'm at peace with that. Yeah.
I would like that on my wall.
It's also too many KubeCons.
So many KubeCons now. Very curious to see how they will grow. It's very strange to me that the sponsor prospectus, public information, the sponsor prospectus for, and you can find that, for Japan is like the same number of people as were in Japan this year, which was completely full. So I'm surprised that it doesn't mention more, but anyway. So Maintainer Summit CFP for EU opening mid-October. We had an update about the Project Pavilion takeover and the evening social. You mentioned dedicated space, so that's a space outside of the convention center, or
yes.
Whoa,
yes, it will
that's
not
intense.
It will not be. So it will be basically back to what we did for Kubernetes Contributor Summit.
That's amazing. People will be interested in that. I don't know if
Yeah,
they will
so-
be happy. They
yeah.
should be happy, but I don't know if they will.
No, I
If-
think
if-
folks were sad to lose it. So like I imagine there'll be a very good response.
Yeah.
Xander is
So
very familiar
if
with
your
this.
if your company is want to support that maintainers have a nice evening and can hang out together, please consider sponsoring the evening events for Maintainer Summit.
Yeah, that is important.
Yeah.
Promote spawns. Oh no, not here. I'm gonna add that to the notes though. Promote sponsorship. We can't have evening socials without sponsors. We won't be able to keep having the maintainer summits without sponsors either. So
That's also true.
anything else on maintainer events going on that we need to talk about? There will be a maintainer summit for EU, I assume.
Yes.
The
Leads
Asian
are
cons this year
leads,
didn't have them, but
leads are still TBD. So basically, we took over the interim CFP topic.
I'm amused by this. Implementing handovers. That's a challenge. Okay. Cool. I think that's probably good. Moving on to mentoring on new contributor orientation. I'm actually going to talk about that in mentoring. Pretend that that's part of that group, as I like to pretend that it is. New contributor orientation. New contributor orientation for October is scheduled for, I think, the 21st, third Tuesday of the month, as it usually is. We asked for help from comms because we've seen decreasing attendance in that, and people don't know that it exists. And I get a lot of people asking, "How do I get started?" And we're like, "Have you gone to new contributor orientation?" They're like, "What? How was I supposed to find that?" We're like, "Well, we do automated social media posts and we put it in these places, but I'm not surprised you didn't find it." So we've asked for help from the comms team to do more to promote that new contributor orientation exists. For the October editions, we've got 2 folks dedicated to it, and they are excited about the challenge. They've been coming up with new ways to talk about how wonderful it is. They want to do some testimonials from folks who have gotten into contribution via new contributor orientation. We have a couple of nice success stories there, and maybe talk to a couple of the folks who run it about how important they think it is and how excited they are to be part of it. So we're working up a comms plan for the October new contributor orientation. And Mario pinged in the chat his graph of the attendance so you can see how sad it is.
I mean, August was great.
August was good. Why was August so good?
Because I did social media.
Yep. And I also did the good first issue for August, actually.
Yeah.
So we had a little more
I'm
comms that
missing the
time.
numbers for July. Either we didn't do it or I missed it. I think we didn't do APEC. I'm pretty sure we didn't do APEC.
I think you're right. Yeah. I think
for
America's
America,
was.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I think America's was low as usual. So we'll see what we can do about that. Comms dedicated folks for October. Working up a plan. Excited that we have some folks in comms right now who are engaged and excited about doing things. We're making some progress on doing better with social media plans and stuff. Other things in mentoring, I don't know anything about. There's like the LFX mentorship program we had some updates on last time, I think. So check into those. If you're interested in mentoring, let us know. We'd be happy to connect you with folks. I assume no one else has any updates on mentoring.
Nope.
Next thing is comms. Like I mentioned, I'm excited that we have some newer folks who are diving in and getting involved with things, which is really wonderful. We've got a special focus, I feel like, right now on social media, how we create social media plans and how we do our social media work, helping folks learn that and create better processes. We've got the new contributor orientation project going on. The project for the SIG multi-cluster survey is done. They asked us to help promote a survey. I think that went pretty well. KubeCon social media posts for North America. I think that sheet is ready and available for contribution. If anyone has a someone who's looking for a new contributor thing to do, they are welcome to help us with social media posts for KubeCon. All they have to do is go into the sheet, look at the description of the social media posts that we need, and write up a social media post. There are lots of examples and resources that they can use to figure out what they want to write.
I have one point for comms. Have we figured out now the blog moderation shortage?
No. So we've been trying to encourage folks to get involved with blog reviewing. We've had a couple of folks reach out to SIG Docs to learn more about it. So I think there's a slow little bit of progress of a few people trying to get involved with blog reviewing on the doc side. We also have one person who, at least, if not more, who want to run blog series. There's one blog series that is specifically geared toward contributors. So with that, we're interested in trying to do more with pushing folks toward reviewing blogs for the contributor site. The thing with setting up a blog review training program is you need blogs to review and you need guidance on how to review them. A lot of the folks in comms right now aren't super comfortable with technical reviewing, but they're happy to do like proofreading type reviews. So just getting them more familiar with Kubernetes content and how to review that, I think, is the challenge there. Definitely not solved. Could use more help with blog reviewing. I got a request we got a request, I guess. I don't know if that was just me, from the folks, the SIG ContribEx co-chairs who run the APAC version of this meeting on the alternating week, that we highlight like good first issue open activities more clearly. So I'm going to put that at the top of our notes list here. Calls for help. KubeCon, social media. Mario, if you can easily find the social media sheet to link, would appreciate that. If not, I'll try and do it later. Cool. So that's what I've got for comms. Anything else on comms? Mario, I know you said you'll be out this week. I'll be out the following week.
Yeah. I'm not sure about next week because technically I have next week a day off because I have an excavator.
Enjoy.
But that's depends on how well it goes. But hopefully Chris is back next week.
Yeah, I can check in with Chris, and we always encourage other folks within the comms team, if they want to run the meeting, they are welcome to. They don't have to do a perfect job. They just have to want to try. We usually try to have one of us there to help them, though. One of us that are very familiar with it. So we'll see about next week. So I think that's it for comms. Go ahead.
I only find our own social media plans for KubeCon.
What does that mean? Our own? The
For my
comms
company.
one?
Yeah, we have also a social media spreadsheet for KubeCon.
It's definitely linked in the comms notes doc in a couple of places. So you could find it there.
Anyway, Contributor documentation. I am working currently on updating the contributor documentation for how onboarding working groups, how managing Zoom, how managing mailing lists, how to manage how to basically then ping YouTube admins and updating moderators.
That's a lot of stuff. So we've got setting up related resources like Zoom, Google Groups, etc. Also moderation guidance and processes. Thank you, Mario, for all the work that you're doing on that. Happy to assist in so much as I can, but I probably will not be able to help all that much. I can help figure things out. Documenting them might be another story. Thank you, Mario, for working on that. Any questions or other things on contributor documentation? I think probably not, aside from the contributor site blog reviewers thing is kind of related. Moving on to moderation and media. We already mentioned that basically in contributor documentation. The SIG ContribEx leads had a meeting this week where we went over like 1Password and Zoom particularly, the processes for moderating Zoom and how to set up 1Password stuff for new working groups. So there's some progress being made here. Any questions about Zoom, Slack, YouTube? Calendar issues I have not made progress on.
Actually, that's something that I couldn't answer. We have a request in Slack for enabling a Zoom add-on or third-party application.
Oh,
I have no clue.
Same.
I literally have no clue. I mean, I haven't checked if I saw a request, but heck no.
Yeah, we could look into that, but we've also got to document all of the stuff about Zoom. So that's another thing on top of it. I think it kind of depends on what kind of add-on they want to have, how we might prioritize
Yeah,
that. If it's something they
I
find
would.
really valuable, then maybe we should think about it. But
Yeah, but in general, I think we don't have something like this.
correct. I have not encountered that before. So if it's not super high priority for them, I think we would table that in favor of getting the moderation stuff figured out.
Yeah. Also, I don't see the need. I mean, I will talk to them and let me explain what they want to have. Because, for example, if it's uploading the videos to YouTube, then we already have this. It just needs to be created by the YouTube admins, and yeah. Anyway, yeah.
So we'll continue our progress on that. Hopefully, have more updates next time. The next thing is GitHub management. I love how GitHub management has 6 people who could give updates, and none of them actually attend these meetings. We should probably just take Bob off of it. He could answer questions, but he shouldn't.
But I think Bob said at one point to me he should not be in any list anymore for Kubernetes itself.
I'm removing him from that. So still 5 people who could answer questions, none of whom actually attend the Americas editions of these meetings. Any updates though on GitHub management that we want to talk about? Last thing on my mind is the org membership purge, which was completed like a month ago or something.
Yes.
Moving on. The last thing on our agenda is elections. There is an election ongoing. Oh, when does voting close? I saw a cattail there, Mario.
Yeah, we have new kittens. We have 2 new kittens.
Yay. Wonderful. More? In
Yeah,
addition to
more.
the 4? Weren't there like
Yeah,
4 before?
but we every 4 kittens now have a new home. And now we have again 2 new kittens.
Wonderful. Easiest way that I can find the election information is to go to K Community, go to elections, go to steering, go to the most recent one.
If you cannot vote in the current election and you think you should be able to vote because you are doing non-code stuff, please be advised that
We care.
we care, and you can file in for an exception for having an exception for being part in the election.
And votes are due by October 24th. Those exceptions are due by October 22nd.
Yeah.
Make sure that you go check out the election and vote. I should check in on the comms lead for that and make sure that they're commsing. Let me see here. Electo. Does this link take me to it? No. There's probably some way I can get to it in here easily.
We need small batches in Slack. I voted. Like you Americans do this with when you voted. Actually,
yeah.
that you have pins.
I actually made an I voted icon, digital I voted sticker for the elections. We could actually use it.
Yeah.
I had a point where we could actually use it. I don't know where I put that. I'm pretty sure it's on GitHub somewhere. Maybe not. But that's a good reminder.
Because I would love to have more than 30% vote in the election.
Yeah. We do have a digital I voted sticker. Yeah. I will see if we can get that to the comms folks. Thank you. Any questions about the elections or anything? Then we have completed our agenda for today. Is there anything else that folks wanted to go over on the recording? Otherwise, I think we'll stop the recording and be done 30 minutes early. Woo! 4.5 hours of meetings, not 5. Isn't that great, Mario?
That's actually great.
All right, we'll let Mario go.
Let me check if I don't have a late night meeting.
No, don't have late night meetings. Forget them. Pretend they don't exist.
I actually have at 9 p.m. So in 1.5 hours.
No. No. All right. Thank you for attending today, folks. And if you joined us on YouTube, thank you for watching, and we'll see you all next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.